Cari videogiocatori e care videogiocatrici, rieccoci qua con questo coso a The Book of Unwritten Tales 2. E non lo so, siamo con questo affare che sarebbe, in teoria, dovrebbe essere l'oracolo. E ora noi inizieremo a parlargli, a chiedergli qualcosa, non lo so. Lui vede tutto con tutti questi occhi, tutti questi cosi, ma più che potere questo spia, Vedete, no? Tutti questi specchi, non lo so, vede le cose attraverso lo specchio, appunto. Anzi, attraverso gli specchi, sono tantissimi. E niente, cosa gli chiedo? Iniziamo dalla prima. Tanto.
Well, you already have been. I can't leave this room. I offer a valuable service.
Ah, quindi è costretto a rimanere dentro a questa stanza per...
No, not that door. Right.
Ma cosa?
So, the pirates have provided you with everything you need to survive?
Correct. But then the red pirate went crazy and scared them all off the island. That's why I have to make do with colored sugar water.
Ecco perché voleva quella roba.
Crisps.
You ate that?
I had to. I have needs, you know. Oh, yes. Marry her without a prenup. That's a great idea.
Va bene. Sembra un cervello con dei tentacoli e tantissimi occhi.
So you can see into the future. What's your game?
The mirrors show the future, or possible versions of the future.
Then why didn't you warn Wilbur or the Archmage what was going to happen?
How could I get their attention? Anyway, I only observe, I don't get involved.
Quindi osserva e basta, fa il guardone.
He deserves it.
You're getting involved now.
But only because it's absolutely necessary.
Poi però alla fine quando è intervieni. Ah già vero, abbiamo l'arcimago. Ne ero dimenticato, sì.
I've got the frog. I mean the Archmage.
I saw the battle. Spectacular. That little girl and Wilbur's wand. You couldn't make it up.
Is there a way of changing Master Alistair back?
Oh, that's not so easy. He hasn't just been turned into a frog. He is a frog now. Oh, don't go, Johnny. She needs you.
But he can be changed back, can't he?
Perhaps.
È reversibile.
His consciousness and his soul are in another place. But there is still a weak bridge connecting him to this world.
So there is hope?
Yes, but just a vague one. You have to... Wallop! Right between the eyes! That had to hurt!
Tanto lui si guarda le sue cose. Come faccio ad aiutare l'arcimago? Dai, dimmelo. Illuminami.
How can we return the spirit of the Archmage to this world?
The red pirate has a magic
pirata.
compass. It always points in the direction of what you desire most. In the case of the Archmage, this is hopefully a way back. The lost Book of the Dead explains
il libro dei
how to
morti, il
summon a
Necronomicon,
spirit back
è
into
lui.
this world. But without a spark of life, he would die as soon as he returned.
A magic compass, a lost book, and a spark of life. Doesn't sound like a walk in the park.
That's why I lured you here.
Oh no. Not him. No.
Non se ne parla, però.
You need them, Ivo. You
Mettici una pietra sopra, Ivo.
without them.
Lo so che si è arrabbiata con Nate, però. Se no non andiamo avanti. Sappiamo dove sono la bussola e la scintilla, ma il libro?
You said that the Book of the Dead had disappeared. Are there any clues to where it is?
Well, it's in a place without mirrors.
Perché non lo vedi? Infatti non ci sono
It was kept in the
specchi.
legendary desert city of Lorem Ipsum in the Umzu Desert. No more is known.
Questo mi ricorda i font Lorem Ipsum.
An ancient city that finally lost the battle against the sand.
I'll find it, and the Book of the Dead.
Posso farcela da sola, però in realtà non è così, no? Dai.
On my own.
Only.
No, you won't. I have seen a future in which you fail.
Quindi è già
Ivo.
scritto.
A future that you won't live to see.
Oh, but that's only one possible future.
True, but are you prepared to risk its occurrence just because Nate gets on your nerves?
Ha! He doesn't just get on my nerves.
I know, it's... What? That's never a valuable antique.
Va bene. Quell'idiota è il critter. Quell'idiota, non Nate, Quell'idiota.
I'll get both of them out of there.
It's not that easy. You're forgetting the head.
The head of Medusa.
I've seen it. Fortunately, just through my mirrors. It's terrible.
Medusa che trasforma le persone in pietra.
The red pirate will unveil the head, and then no magic in the world can save you.
Quindi, cosa proponi?
Got any suggestions?
You have to win the court hearing.
Devo pure fare...
strike you as somewhat improbable with that judge.
Deve fare l'avvocata delle cause perse. No.
I haven't heard that one before.
Hello? Stick to the point.
Come posso convincere il pirata rosso dell'innocenza di quell'idiota?
Considering the fact that I'm pretty certain that there's a case to answer on every single count.
Of course Nate did everything he's accused of.
Naturale, no?
Was it his free will?
What do you mean?
Era sotto un influsso, infatti.
By a voodoo curse and kill someone. Is he the murderer or the one controlling the doll?
La bambola.
Oh, I wouldn't eat that salad.
What have voodoo dolls got to do with Nate and the theft of the lamp?
Act as his defense lawyer and tell the Red Pirate that Nate was controlled by a higher power. The rest will follow of its own accord.
In pratica ci giocheremo la carta dell'infermità mentale.
I can see through all mirrors. And anyway, I love courtroom dramas.
E allora guardava Alec McBeal.
The question is, can I trust you?
What kind of a question is that? No matter what I say, you still won't know.
Maybe you're just telling me these things because you're bored and want to create a bit of chaos.
There are always exciting things happening in this world. I just want it to stay that way.
What do you mean?
Turn the Archmage back to normal.
Va bene, ma non sarà facile.
Okay, I'm just
Hai
going
detto
to
che il suo io è altrove.
He's proposing to her.
Vabbè, ma che cosa te ne frega? Ma vabbè.
Well, thanks for your help.
Guardati pure i due che... Comunque voglio controllare un po' questo posto, no?
Thousands of lives are being reflected in each mirror.
E fa i cavoli degli altri lui, l'oracolo.
There's such a powerful allure in watching other people go about their daily business. The oracle claims to be almost omniscient. It has seen much. But how much has it actually experienced?
Zero, probabilmente, perché sta sempre qua dentro.
It's very difficult to recognize anything at all in this mirror. Perhaps it's showing a few motion.
Va bene, basta, ho già parlato con lui. Bisogna salvare Nate, fare l'avvocatessa, facciamo. Lei deve fare l'avvocatessa, l'avvocato. Ok, va bene, dai. Parliamo con il pirata. Ha bisogno giustamente di un avvocato, no?
Excuse me, Your Honor, Judge.
Se no non è valido. Tutti gli imputati. Vorrei prendere in carico. Tutti hanno diritto, infatti.
I will be their lawyer.
Oh, really?
E poi lei ha emanato delle leggi, vi ricordate? Quindi non è sbagliato.
I'm all for a fair trial. No
Conosce la
one should be
legge,
able to say,
più o meno.
I sentenced them to death unjustly.
I don't know if I want to be represented by her.
Shut up, Nate. The accused is only allowed to talk when
È così, quindi non parlare. Chiudi il becco.
Well, what do you have to say in their
Quindi
defense?
devo... ok, bene. È un imbecille comprovato, vostro onore. È una pessima persona in tutto e per tutto, vostro onore. Un'entità superiore responsabile per le sue azioni, vostro onore. Forse mi conviene però iniziare dalla... insultandolo.
Imbecile, Your Honor. He is not compos mentis.
Oi!
He tried to steal from me.
È pazzo.
That's
Sta
really
funzionando.
bordering on madness.
And his IQ lies somewhere between that of a jelly glowfish and a cave
A metà
troll.
tra le due cose, Una
I
mebba.
am not an imbecile. And I'm much
Imbecile.
smarter than a glow jellyfish.
He stole the Mary without any idea of how to fly an airship.
And did he not promptly crash in the Northlands?
I didn't.
Quindi
You're both
pilota
really
pure
enjoying this,
incapace,
aren't
no?
you?
The court acknowledges that he's an idiot. But that ain't enough.
L'idiozia
to
non
lessen
è
the
una...
punishment.
Granted, but I would like idiot to be
a verbale.
highlighted in the records.
Sustained.
You.
Now.
Non è una scusa l'idiozia, l'essere idioti per la legge. La legge non ammette ignoranza. Allora, è una pessima persona in tutto e per tutto, vostro onore. Qua c'è astio personale.
The deeds he's accused of are grave. But just like one can't accuse a troll of being insolent and
no.
smelly, one can't accuse Nate of objectionable behavior.
Puzza pure anche
and
lui,
being smelly.
Come i troll.
Hey.
He's just of bad character through and through.
Can he give examples for the objectionable behavior? I mean,
Ah, l'ha sentito pure lui.
bad smell is quite obvious.
Making advances towards women and promises of a life together and then leaving her without so much as
È
a word.
disdicevole.
Ivo.
In the middle of the night.
Poi di notte.
Certainly not sensitive, but
È
in
un
his
pirata
defense,
però, è vero.
he is a
In
pirate.
sua difesa.
What else do you have?
Ok, giochiamoci la
He's not
carta,
responsible
quella
for his actions. He's being controlled by a higher power.
della pazzia,
Oh,
del controllo, no,
Voodoo
scusate.
defense.
Not at all. There is a higher power which controls him
Siamo
and
noi
all of
l'entità
us,
superiore, siamo noi
Oh,
giocatori.
yes.
Indeed.
Nel caso non l'aveste
Behold the
capito.
water jug.
Vai, allora. Tocca a me adesso, vero? Devo... Adesso è il mio turno. Muoviamo questa brocca.
Nah, that was the
È il
wind.
vento.
No,
sono stato io, sono l'entità
was
superiore.
the higher power.
If so, then it could get that coconut down from that tree.
Lo posso fare. La noce di cocco, vai.
That is impossible.
Indeed.
E invece...
You, turn around. Now go ask your higher power. How many
È inquietante,
fingers
no, questa cosa. Sì, ok. Non si vedeva, ho capito. Sì, 3 dita.
It is 3 fingers.
That's
No,
witchcraft.
non è stregoneria.
Who's watching me? They want to control
È
me.
tutto un grande fratello.
And they want to drive me crazy. But they won't get me.
Adesso è lui impazzito.
That was brilliant. How did you do that?
Magia.
I don't know.
You mean there really is a higher power controlling
Meglio non
everything?
pensarci, vero?
That can't be. Oh, higher power! If you are really there,
Non lo
make
posso
a green
fare.
unicorn appear.
Non posso fare una
Sì?
cosa del genere.
Just a figment of imagination.
All right then, release me.
Non è contemplato. Prendi la chiave. Ok, liberiamo Critter e Nate. Ah, la rabbia. Dai. Perché devo utilizzare... Se lo guarda, il nervoso le prende. Vabbè.
Come on, Critter, we're going.
Don't I even get a thank you?
Almeno un grazie.
I didn't ask for your help, and we would have managed fine on
Sì,
our
come
own.
no.
Isn't that right, buddy?
Ma erano spacciati. Si eravate spacciati. Non c'è tempo per... Vorrei dire questo adesso, però la rabbia, vabbè. Non c'è tempo per le sciocchezze. A quanto pare mi serve il tuo aiuto. L'oracolo dice che da sola non ce la posso fare, no? Così dice, ha detto. Quindi lei non ce la può fare. Allora, andiamo.
We don't have any time for this nonsense. I need your help, apparently.
Ah, so
lei è
Princess
l'egocentrica.
Self-Centered needs some more help, does she?
I'm self-centered. You just scarpered off so you could play your stupid pirate games.
Critter, can you tell that person that at least
fanno
I
dei
haven't
adesso
been
fanno i
playing
bambini,
around
però,
in other people's beds?
Critter, tell this excuse of a pirate that I was not unfaithful to him. Even if I'd wanted to, I couldn't have been unfaithful to him. He left me.
Lui, poverino, in mezzo a due fuochi.
Critter, tell her that I won't listen to this any longer.
Sta impazzendo anche Critter.
Nate,
Basta fare i bambini.
Archmage and Wilbur.
What? What about them?
Ah, già lui non sa
The
niente.
Archmage has been cursed and Wilbur's wanted for murder.
È diventato una rana, l'arcimago, e Wilbur è inseguito, ricercato da tutti.
We have to help them.
I can't. I can drop you off in Elfborough if you like.
That would be a start. The spark of life is there. My father has it.
Ah, ok, la scintilla si trova a casa nel regno degli elfi. Cana degli elfi. Povero Critter. Giù di morale. È lui che tiene il broncio.
Right, someone's gonna have to go up to my father and ask him for the spark of life. Then we have to head off to find Lorem Ipsum.
Ok.
Hello?
Nate?
I'm not going to help. That's your
Ma come sei
Well, I'm not over
difficile.
the moon about it either, but the Oracle did say that I needed friends in order to overcome the challenges that lie ahead of me.
Then I suggest you look for some. Farewell.
But you have to help me. I
Come
can't
fa da
possibly leave
sola
Mother in
lei?
this state. The gods only know what she'd do to me.
Bisogna unire le forze.
And quite rightly, too.
Oh yeah? Then why don't you tell him yourself that you're going to desert him?
The frog?
L'arcimago.
That's Archmage Alistair. Didn't you listen to anything I said? And what about Wilbur?
E il povero Wilbur che non può più uscire, deve rimanere in mezzo alle fogne. Un po' vigliacco Nate, eh.
Boy, Critter, come on. Just look what she's done. Critter! Ah.
Critter! I knew that you wouldn't desert me.
Critter almeno
And that's good. Mother must under no circumstances see me like this.
ha il buon senso di seguirlo. La madre. Adesso si scopre che è incinta. Si scopre che è incinta. Aia.
Oh,
Non ti girare.
hello, Mother.
I've been worried, child.
Well, I'm so sorry about that. But perhaps you should have a lie down and we'll talk about everything in the morning.
What is
Come
the
fa a
matter with you?
nasconderlo? È
Why
impossibile.
don't you turn around?
Oh,
Funzionerà?
sorry. I really must go. See you soon, Mother.
Go? With that pirate, I told him to keep away from you.
You did what?
Ah, è stata la madre? Da.
Well, I can explain.
Ho mangiato un melone. Aia. Ha bloccato anche Critter. E ora? Compagni imbronciati, sì. Ordina i pixel per colore. Spara alla sabbia.
Helping her. Why should I? Just turns up and what the hell is taking so long? Critter,
Mi sa
come
che
on,
adesso
it's time to
utilizziamo
go.
Nate. L'unico personaggio che possiamo utilizzare. Ah, il coso qua riposa lì. Come cavolo si chiama? Non mi ricordo il nome dell'animaletto rosa. Non gli piace lui, a lui,
Last
questo
time I
posto.
used this thing, I blew a bounty hunter out of the sky. Nonetheless, Critter and I prefer to avoid a fight if we can and rely on our brains and good looks.
Ah, ok, allora, gabbia. Controlliamo un po', vediamo che cosa dice lui, se
And
c'è
the Mary
qualcosa
belonged
qua.
to the Red Pirate, he didn't just use her for pleasure trips. They did some work now and again, as this cage proves. Some gnome engineers wanted to fine-tune Mary in appreciation of our victory against Mortroga. But Mary doesn't like gadgets, and I'm happy with her the way she is. The Mary tried to teach me some knots. I think she likes passing on her knowledge to me. She said she'll try and teach pigs to fly next.
Quando i maiali voleranno. Prima era quando gli asini voleranno, adesso è cambiato.
Ivo's hippogriff doesn't seem very happy.
L'ippogrifo, è vero.
Or she's just hungry. Or both.
Controlliamo anche il timone.
As soon as I've picked up Critter, I'm out of here. Perhaps we'll fly to... Ah, whatever. We're free. We can fly to wherever we want. The Mary was damaged recently, and I want to repair her. When I say recently, I mean about 2 years ago.
2 anni non sono
But in my
proprio
defense, I had
un
to
tempo
save the world in the
recente.
meantime.
Ah, vedete,
I'll start
qualcosa
the
c'è da
repair
prendere,
tomorrow.
un asse.
But what can you do if there's a better use for the plank?
Andiamola. Tornerà utile. Ok, forse mi conviene scendere. Ho controllato tutto, no? Usa la fune. Getta la fune. Per scendere.
No, I don't need to moor the Mary. She holds her position herself.
Abbandona la nave. Sì. Però l'asse di legno la posso utilizzare qua con... No, niente. Andiamo, va. C'è niente da fare. No, 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 qua. Non ha senso. Ok, Critter, amico
Critter?
mio.
What have you done now? Ivo's mother? Oh. Come on, let's get you out of there first.
Non sarà facile liberarlo.
All right, all right. Darn elven magic.
Alla Pep.
Yes, I'll get help. Wait here.
Quindi, Critter, bisogna liberarti, lo so, però non so come. Qua c'è il salice piangente.
That's strange. When I was here last, that tree looked a lot happier.
Laghetto.
We waited for ages until Ivo's mother finally left the palace. Then it was pool time.
Ah,
Critter and me cannonballed in from the balcony. Ivo was torn between outrage and laughter.
a metà. Ok, hanno profanato questa fontana.
At school, I had a teacher who hit us across the fingers with something like that when we were naughty. I stayed the full 2 weeks nonetheless. Education is the key to success.
2 settimane? Ah, prendi una canna, possiamo prenderla. Abbiamo anche una canna. Non è che incontriamo la mamma? Un po' pericoloso, eh? No, c'è solo il padre. Il padre è sicuramente più ragionevole
Ordered the sentries to let the Mary pass.
di lei,
So
della
long as she
madre.
doesn't give any orders to the contrary, we should be able to enter and leave the woodland realm at any time. I think Ivo has never really got on with her mother, but she has always respected her. Her mother is very hardworking, very conscientious,
E
very
poi
clever,
sicuramente la
but
madre
I
è
think
brava,
Ivo
vuole
would have
solo
liked a bit
proteggere
more
la
affection
figlia,
and
però.
warmth from her. When your girlfriend's mother is an elf priestess and you want to make a good impression, you shouldn't call this a swimming pool in front of her.
L'hai
But I
fatto?
meant it in a good way. I even invited her and Ivo's father to join us.
E non è andata bene, no?
I don't know if I'd have been happy here with Ivo. This place is beautiful, of course, but nothing changes, or only unbelievably slowly. And who would want to live in his parents-in-law's house where time practically stands still? Bob is still sitting where I left him months
Bob?
ago. Of course, he's not really called Bob, but his elven name is too complicated and long to remember.
Ok, il soprannome,
And
Bob.
he likes Bob.
Parliamo con Bob? Cosa dite? Cosa dici, Nate? Parliamo con Bob. Lui mi può aiutare.
Hey, Bob.
Nate, my boy. What are you doing here?
Ho riportato Ivo.
I rescued Ivo from Tugator, the flying pirate island, and brought her back here, more or less.
Oh, so you're getting on well again.
It's too late for that. Trust me.
It is never too late for that. Trust me.
Tua moglie ha lanciato un incantesimo su Ivo e ha preso prigioniero Critter. Hai qualche idea? Posso fare
Your wife has
qualcosa?
hexed Ivo, an imprisoned critter. I'll free both of them and
I would counsel you to patience, my impetuous friend. What has happened?
The Queen found Ivo in the garden. She's pregnant. Did you know that?
I hope that you are speaking of Ivo and not my wife.
Sì,
Of
lo
course
sapeva a
I
quanto pare.
She's put Ivo
Sa
into a
tutto il
kind of
padre.
deep sleep.
Mi sa di un uomo molto
knew.
calmo e
Theodore
saggio,
knows wise
Mi dà questa
decisions
impressione.
take time. It isn't a simple sleep. It's a kind of
Time out.
time out. For Ivo, time is standing still until her
Quindi è una
mother
specie
brings her
di
back.
And when will that
sonno profondo,
As
tipo
soon
coma.
as
No,
she
non
knows
sta
how
semplicemente
she's going to
dormendo.
deal with the situation.
Mesi? Anni?
Months.
Lui non può aspettare anni. Non possiamo neanche aspettare mesi.
Years? She's got no right
Nemmeno
to do
settimane, in
that. We
realtà.
have to bring Ivo back.
Just like the polecat butters the bread of the barn owl.
Come possiamo svegliare Ivo? Hai qualche idea?
How can we wake Ivo up?
Without the help of her
Ah, quindi
mother,
bisogna per
impossible.
forza convincere la mamma.
Then we'll have to force her. She can't
Costringerla
keep
sarà
Ivo imprisoned
dura.
against her will.
You won't have
infatti.
any luck. Fiora
Convincerla
will
più che
defend
altro.
her daughter. She thinks she's doing the right thing. But if you can make her see that she was not acting in Ivo's best interests, then I'm sure she would let her go.
Ma lui può andare a parlarle?
Should talk to her.
Oh,
Infatti.
you'd be dead. before
Infatti.
you'd started
Non
out
può.
your first sentence.
Come fa?
Hey. Well, Archmage Alistair's been turned into a frog. By a certain
Maledetta Van
Van
Buren.
little brat who's running through sea
Madre figlia.
transforming everything.
A little girl
Sì.
transformed the Archmage?
Yes. No idea how she managed it. Ivo said something about Wilbur's wand. And he's in the dark woods looking for a book that explains how it can be destroyed. In the meantime, Ivo wanted to organize a few things needed to bring the Archmage back.
What sort of things?
Some book from Lorem Ipsum.
The Book of the Dead?
Yep,
È
that was
lui,
the
è proprio
one.
lui.
Then we need a compass that belongs to the Red Pirate and something called
La scintilla è
Spark
qua,
of
no?
Life. That's
Lei aveva
why she
detto
came
così,
back here.
Ivo.
I see. It's crucial we turn Alistair back quickly. He might have answers.
Answers? To which questions?
Something is stirring. A great evil. I have felt it for a while now.
The little brat with the wand?
No.
Anche peggio della
Great
pazzoide
and
Van
dangerous
Buren, madre e
for
figlia.
me, For Ivo.
Di peggio.
For everyone.
That doesn't sound good. But I wouldn't even know where to start. Ivo didn't tell me very much. Or perhaps I didn't listen.
I have the spark of life here. I will give it to my daughter as soon as she wakes. I can't help you with the compass, though. But I saw the lost city of Lorem Ipsum with my own eyes. Oh, long, long ago.
Dov'è sta città sommersa? Poi c'è anche incinta, sì. Lui lo sapeva già. Già da prima.
Under the sands of the
Già dall'inizio gioco.
desert.
Sotto la sabbia
Could you be a
del
bit more
deserto.
precise? The desert's pretty big.
È grande
I
il
can't
deserto.
remember the exact location. I set out from the Bremen oasis, went into the desert. And
Non
just
è di grande aiuto
followed
questo.
my nose. After a few days, I saw the golden roofs of the town glinting in the sun as it set behind them.
So Lorem Ipsum is west of Bremen. But how far into the desert?
Anche il passo
How
è
many days did you
importante,
walk, and how quickly?
It was 3,500
3500.
years ago. What did you do
Giovedì
last
scorso.
Thursday?
West of Bremen. That's a start.
Va bene. Quindi è incinta, Ivo.
Ivo seems to have coped well with me leaving her. Seems to have been in a rush to find herself an elven
Non è
prince.
così.
No, she didn't take it well. She was hurt and disappointed. And no, she didn't throw herself around the neck
Ha
of any
sofferto
elf
per la tua
I
fuga.
don't even want to know. I'd always loved her, but it seemed to have been quite one-sided.
Ma se non ti fidi fai il test del DNA.
Some thorny tendrils grew out of the ground, imprisoning him.
In realtà è una maledizione,
An old
no?
trick that
Quello
all
che abbiamo
priests have
capito.
up their sleeve.
So novices couldn't sneak out of rituals early, eh?
But the tendrils are very ticklish, especially under the arms.
They... All right, then. Take care, Bob.
Stammi bene, Bob. Grazie.
Ivo and Alistair, or if I can.
I see a man with a mission of great importance that he would like to complete.
Like? All that work? All that danger? The stress? You've got the same attitudes towards stress as I have.
I can see through you, Nate. You made your decision long ago. You just haven't realized it. To do good. Be part of something bigger. Help others. We all need goals in our
Il padre è una specie di
And the
bradipo.
greater
Sta
the
lì
goal,
tranquillo.
the greater the reward.
Si muove.
I don't know what you're talking about, old man.
Ma grazie comunque. Adesso tocca a te, caro il mio Nate. Devi fare la tua parte perché Wilbur è fuori dai giochi. Cioè non è qua. Più che altro Ivo è fuori dai giochi al momento. Non può fare nulla a causa della madre. Qua che cosa possiamo fare? Un attimo. Ah, la stanza di Ivo.
If the queen catches me, there'll be no leniency.
No, occhio. Non farti vedere, mettiti dietro al muro, ecco così.
I couldn't allow him to propose to you. What sort of life would you have? You'd have lost him so soon, maybe just 50 years after marrying him. Or were you planning to go into the world with him and get old just like him? That would be terrible, and I told him as much. If one truly loves someone,
Contraria
then it's sometimes
all'amore
better to
tra
let
un
them go.
umano e un elfo, la
You
madre.
know that I can be very convincing. The human spirit is weak.
Che lui
And
sarebbe
perhaps
morto poi.
there was a time
Lei
when this
invece, la
imagined
vita degli
goal
elfi è più
too.
lunga. Sono più
If I
longevi.
had known that it was already too late.
That darn witch. It all
Sì, e
sounded
non
so
è
right. I was already
stata...
across
È
the
stato
sea
opera
when it became
sua.
clear to me that I might have made the biggest mistake of my life. No wonder Ivo hates me. Her mother must never have told her what happened, or she blamed me for everything.
Opera della madre. Contraria all'amore tra i due. Va bene, controlliamo un attimo qua.
I've only had dealings with a dragon once. The dear thing wasn't really all there, and completely harmless.
Ah, ok. Ha incontrato una draghessa matta. Per così dire. Critter! Adesso posso aiutarti, forse. Usando una tecnica segreta.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Il solletico. Funziona sempre.
No problem. Now you go and wait on the Mary, okay?
Torna sulla bagnarola che adesso ce ne andiamo. Tanto non posso fare altro. Mi dispiace. E il nostro amico quello là che fine ha fatto? L'albero
I've never
vivente.
been very interested in plants.
si è più
But
visto.
there are things in this garden I've never seen anywhere else. Those two plants there, for example. It looks as though they're strangling one another.
E amore. Allora, alveare.
critter attacked this beehive one night, he claims to this day that it was the sweetest triumph of his life. But it was 3 days before the swelling from the bee stings went down.
Ok, qua.
No trace of arbor.
Arbor, l'albero. Arbor si chiama.
Perhaps he was going to tie up bushes with it or something.
Non si vede in giro.
Shorty won't mind.
Ah, ho preso qualcosa? Bene. Va bene. Saliamo a bordo della Mary. Della Mary. Ok. Controllo un attimo un'altra cosa. Bene. Tanto il mostriciattolo rosa continua a dormire, a sonnecchiare, a rilassarsi. Cosa faccio? Potrei anche fermarmi qua. Però mi conviene un attimo vedere, controllare ancora 2 cosucce. Il baule. Forse c'è la mappa. C'è qualcosa di utile. Santo Graal. Quella sta in Harry Potter.
Harder to find than you'd think. That's why I had the idea with the gin. At least I knew where to look for him. Wasn't there a book on lorem ipsum here?
Ah, ok, un libro lorem ipsum.
That's it.
Preso, l'abbiamo trovato. Vedete, c'è sempre qualcosa. In mezzo a ste cianfrusaglie c'è sempre qualcosa di utile. Controlliamo sto libro. Con dei simboli ci sono.
Scholars claim it speaks of life in the city and of huge wealth, the main reason that this text is so well known all around the world. Lorem ipsum dolor sit emet.
Latino.
Adepicici elit sed
C'hai capito qualcosa? Nate.
Labor et dolore magna aliqua.
Aliqua.
Ut enim ad minim veniam quis nostrud exercitation ulamco laboris nisi ut aliquid ex ei commodi consequat. And so on.
Non ha capito
For
niente.
me, this is just a string of meaningless words.
Non ha studiato il latino. Ok.
The author of this diary never found the city. So I don't know if this picture of the city is born of his fantasy or if it's based on
Quindi
descriptions.
libera interpretazione dell'autore, da parte dell'autore. Guarda il testo.
What's this?
Questi sono i
The author seems
simboli
to assign great meaning to these hieroglyphs.
geroglifici. Ok, quindi questi 4 simboli. 5 simboli, quanti erano? Vabbè. Comunque questi simboli mi sveleranno la strada, magari. Può essere. Magari tornando giù, no, da lei nel mondo degli elfi, nella biblioteca, magari trovo qualcosa. Può essere. Andiamo a dare un'occhiata velocemente e poi stacchiamo, ci salutiamo. Voglio solo controllare ancora qua. Guarda i libri, vediamo un po' se c'è qualcosa, magari sono fortunato. Bingo! C'è il libro. Ci sono i simboli. I 5 simboli, sì. Pietra angolare. Primo simbolo, questo qua, la gemma. Quindi gemme. Questa specie di coso, triangolo con... Boh, non lo so neanche io come definirlo in realtà. Deserto, ok. Sì, il padre ha parlato del deserto. E poi la B, la lettera B. Piedi. Camminare? Infatti. 3, giusto? Sì, 3. Una mano che fa 3. Anche se è così.
That's unusual. Perhaps the last symbol will make it clear.
L'altezza tra piedi? No, non lo so. L'ultimo simbolo è le montagne. Sì,
Mountains.
montagne.
Jewels, desert, mountains. The jewel of the desert at the foot of the three mountains.
Ecco.
That's it. Lorem ipsum. The city with roofs of gold.
Abbiamo
is the jewel of the
trovato.
desert
Abbiamo
that
la
lies
via
at the foot of
adesso.
three mountains.
L'indirizzo. Perfetto, dai.
And these three
Ottimo.
mountains must be west of Bremen. That should be easy to find.
Bene, 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 bene. Allora, torniamo sulla Mary e ci salutiamo. Poi nella prossima andrò avanti. Andiamo su. Questo gioco durerà ancora un po'. Non è corto.